Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to craft Distilled Miasmic Coating along with Tier 4 Miasmic Tools. So first of all, what you need is crystallized miasma. You get this from killing animals within the swamp biomes. So it goes for both swamp locations, the west and the east. So to turn crystallized miasma into distilled miasmic coating, you're going to need a chemistry bench. To craft the chemistry bench, it's in your Tier 4 blueprints, and it's going to cost you 20 steel ingots, 30 refined wood, 20 electronics, 10 composites, and 10 glass, and that's craftable on the fabricator, and it requires 2,500 power. So once you've got your chemistry bench placed down, and you've got your crystallized miasma, let's just go ahead and put that in the inventory of the chemistry bench. It will cost 1 crystallized miasma, and it will give you 1 distilled miasmic coating. Now that you've got distilled miasmic coating, what you need to do is go back to your tech tree and Tier 4. This is where you're going to find the new miasmic weapons and tools. Again, you will need the foundry built, so you can go ahead and craft the miasmic tools and weapons. Okay, so we're now at the foundry, and we're going to go ahead and craft all of the miasmic items. So for these items to be crafted, you need to be at the foundry. You're going to need carbon fiber. You're going to need steel screws, epoxy titanium, and distilled miasmic coating. So let's go ahead and craft all of these, and I'll cover all of their bonuses once they're crafted. Okay, now that we've got all the miasmic tools crafted, let's take a look at all of them. So let's start with the axe. It'll give you plus 80 felling damage, 90% yield from felling trees, plus 15% chance to cause miasma on hit with attacks, plus 100% infected bark per wood chopped. I'll show you how to get infected bark later on in the video. Next up is the miasmic pickaxe. You get plus 75 mining radius, 140% yield from mining, minus 50% yield from mining, plus 15% chance to cause miasma on hit with attacks, plus 100% noxious crust per mined resource. If you haven't seen my organic residue cleanser video yet, I highly recommend you go and checking that out, because that ties in brilliant with the miasmic pickaxe and the 100% noxious crust per mined resource. So if you want to know about noxious crust, go and check that video out, and this is a big game changer in the terms of gathering resources. Next up is the miasmic sickle. You'll get minus 50% yield from harvesting, plus 185% yield from reaping plants, so this is significantly better than a Tier 4 titanium sickle, and it's significantly better than the Larkwell sickle from the workshop, and it gives you plus 15% chance of cause miasma on hit with attacks, and 100% plants with thorns modifier per harvested plant. Not quite sure what the 100% plants with thorns modifier is. I will harvest a plant and find out though, and have it later in this video. Next up is the miasmic knife. You'll get 175% yield from skinning, plus 15% chance to cause miasma on hit with attacks, plus 10% acidic glands per skinned resource. If you don't know anything about acidic glands, I highly recommend you checking out my organic residue cleanser video. That will explain everything. That is a big bonus to that knife. As you can see, the axe, the pickaxe, the sickle, and the knife, they all can be altered. At the time of recording this video, you cannot alter the sledgehammer. So let's take a look at the miasmic sledgehammer. You'll get plus 50% yield from shattering, plus 50 shattering damage, plus 15% chance to cause miasma on hit, plus 100% noxious crust per mined resource, plus 100% hardened point penetration. Again, I highly recommend you checking out my organic residue cleanser video about the noxious crust. That is massive. So let's see if we can actually get noxious crust from stone with the miasmic pickaxe. As you can see, you can't get it from mining stone. Okay, so let's try and use it on some ore then. We've got a bit of copper up here. Let's get that. There we go. We've got 4 noxious crust with 4 copper ore. So it's definitely 100% definitely worth it. But if you haven't seen my organic residue cleanser video yet, you will know that you get poisoned when you are carrying miasmic items. So you will need plenty of food on you. But let's just go ahead and get some more copper. So as you can see, you're getting 50 noxious crust copper along with the copper ore you're getting. So it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So as you can see, I'm getting 31 copper. I can also turn this into copper as well. Now it's time to take a look at the miasmic axe to get the infected bark. And this is what infected bark looks like. Time to use the knife. We should get 10% acidic glands per skinned resource here. So let's go ahead and take a look. There we go. And we even got some crystallized miasma with that. Very nice. Time to check out the sledgehammer. You'll get 100% noxious crust per mined resource. So let's go ahead and mine some clay. So you do get clay noxious crust from clay as well. So you're getting a good resource here. It's a really good return. So this is going to be exactly the same for obsidian as well. Now it's time to take a look at the sickle. So the sickle has plus 100% plants with thorns, a modifier per harvested plant. So let's take a look at what that is. So thorned is plus 50% time before spoiling. That is insane. I highly recommend people, especially if you're one of the guys who go out gathering for your team or whatever, to get the miasmic set as soon as possible. It's very expensive, but I highly recommend you just steamrolling towards these. You will get an insane amount of resources. Okay, so these are all the resources here. So I got 67 noxious crust, which is clay, and I got 139 infected bark. Honestly, guys, to see how impactful these things are, I highly recommend you going to check out my organic residue cleanser video, because the return of resources you get now harvesting with the miasmic tools is insane. Just to give you an idea, every 1 infected bark equals 5 epoxy. Now you have an idea of how impactful these tools are. And that goes for every single noxious crust item as well. 1 equals 5. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's free and it really does help out the channel. These miasmic tools are just absolute insanity. I highly recommend them. Yes, it's expensive, I know. But once you get the tier 4 and you're able to craft them, I highly recommend it. It's going to make your life so much easier and you will have an insane amount of resources. Yes, you will need the organic residue cleanser. Again, like I said, go and check out that video. It's pinned down in the comments, and that will explain everything you need to know regarding miasma and the noxious crust. As always, I just want to say a massive thank you to my YouTube and Ko-Fi monthly supporters. These videos are made possible because of you guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep your eyes peeled for more ICARUS New Frontiers guides coming out very soon.